Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this morning you guys saw that I tested and then I went to my doctor's appointment. So from the title of this video you'll notice that this is about my appointment. I don't even know where to begin. For starters, I'm pretty bummed out because I feel like I can't really catch a break. But before I get into the video completely, please excuse this bare bed because, as you all know, we're gonna be moving this week, so everything in this apartment is pretty much a mess and we're putting everything away that doesn't need to be used right now. So that's why this bed is bare, and I'm currently in Elijah's room. It's where I'll have the least noise. The second thing is you're gonna be seeing Juno probably walk back and forth, and Jax, and there's a possibility that they're gonna start playing because they like to do that when I start filming, so don't mind them. Hopefully it's not too distracting. I went to my doctor's appointment. We did an ultrasound, a vaginal ultrasound, and it was just to see what's going on in there, to make sure that everything is okay. And then I sat down and I spoke with the doctor. So what happened was that I did ovulate this cycle on Clomid, and they said it was a really good ovulation, which is good. Now, the only thing about that is the way the doctor explained to me was that when the egg was released and going through one of my tubes, a cyst was formed and it burst. So because of that, that's the reason why I had so much pain while I ovulated. And obviously when I ovulate, that's when we would baby dance the most, and that's the reason why it was painful during baby dancing and uncomfortable, because of the cyst that burst. So obviously that, if you've ever had a cyst burst, it's very painful. So that explains why I was in so much pain this time around. It just so happened to be that I had a cyst form and it burst while I was ovulating. Apparently while you're on Clomid, that is another one of the side effects that can happen on Clomid, and it's normal. It's relatively normal. So he said that yes, it's painful, but it is normal and nothing for me to worry about. He said that if it were to happen again in my next cycle of Clomid, then to let him know so he can take a deeper look into it and just make sure that nothing else is going on. So with that being said, then he went on to, well, you know, obviously the appointment was longer than what it's gonna sound like because he was drawing out certain things for me. The next thing is, I'll leave the best for last. So I then asked if maybe it was a good idea to change the medication, Clomid, and probably try letrozole. He said that he has not used letrozole in a couple of years, and to his knowledge and opinion, throughout the years that he's been practicing medicine, Clomid is the best out there. And then he said, particularly for you, Clomid has worked. Clomid isn't the reason why I had a miscarriage twice. It's not the reason for it. It just so happened to be that in my situation, in my case, I just had the bad luck of miscarrying twice. So with that being said, definitely Clomid, for my case, my scenario, he says it's good for me because it helps me ovulate and it has helped me achieve pregnancy, and that's the goal of the Clomid. So the only reason why I had that intense pain was because of the cyst, not because of ovulating. Another thing that we discussed was possibly going on progesterone now as opposed to waiting till I conceived. But he said that there are many doctors and fertility doctors out there, and everybody's situation is different. And once again, for my situation, that's not something that he would recommend. So I did explain to him, and he explained to me, which led me to ask more questions. But he did explain to me that there are many other things that a lot of people like yourselves out there in the TTC community try and do and help conceive, but that's each and every one's own scenario. And with my history and my complications and my infertility struggle, me personally and me specifically into my life, there's certain things that I should not try and should not do, which we did discuss. So right now what it is that we're supposed to stick to our plan, and our plan is to continue Clomid until I achieve a pregnancy. Once I do, then that's when moving on. Lost my train of thought now. Okay, so once I do conceive, then he will put me on progesterone, and that would be to help me hopefully keep that pregnancy and prevent a miscarriage. Hopefully, that's the plan. So that's my plan right now. In my next cycle, I will be taking Clomid, and when I do, I just have to see like pain wise how it is, and he said that all the other symptoms like the hot flashes has to do with Clomid, being dizzy has to do with Clomid and hormonal. The discharge that I was telling you guys about that was, you know, uncomfortable is just something hormonal slash Clomid related side effects. So it's just something that I have to just take with a grain of salt and try to live with it as best as I can. Hopefully my next cycle it won't be as intense, and maybe because I did have that cyst burst, it just made everything all around really uncomfortable and painful. So that leaves me with the last and final news. So I know somebody did comment when I said, oh well, you know, when I have the ultrasound I'll be able to see if I'm pregnant. So somebody did comment and said, well, it would look like a cyst at this point because it would be really early. They wouldn't really know whether it's a cyst or a sac, and the sac would mean that I would be pregnant, but it's too early on. It would be too early on to tell. So another thing that he discussed and he showed me was that he saw something small in my uterus, and he said, this looks like a sac to me, and it could either be a sac of fluid, which could be for one of two things. Number one, it could mean pregnancy. Number two, it could mean that I'm just getting ready for a period. So he said, have you taken a pregnancy test? And I said, yes, I did. He said, and I said it was negative. And he was like, well, we can do another one here just to take it off the table. And so we did, and that was negative. So he said basically to just wait until I get my period. When it's time for me to get my period, if I don't get my period and it is late, like a week late, then I should test again to see if I am pregnant. The other scenario would be that if I do get my period, then it was just basically a sac of fluid just showing that I was getting ready to have a period. So at that point I would just wait to start Clomid again. Once I'm on my period, I would wait for the day that I need to start the Clomid as per the schedule and the prescription indications given to me. So with that being said, I didn't walk out of there with a straight out clarification as to pregnancy or not pregnancy. What I can say is this: I tested on 11-DPO with Olivia, and when I tested on 11-DPO, I had a positive. I had my BFP on 11-DPO. it's 10 DPO and there's not much of a difference. So I really don't feel like, I don't think that that's a pregnancy. I think that's just my body getting ready for menstrual cycle. The plan here at this very moment, and sorry, Juno's licking up a storm, but the plan here at this moment is to just wait for Aunt Flo to come on by. If for whatever reason, which I highly doubt, she is late, then that means that I will be taking a pregnancy test to see what's going on. But more than likely, you know, she's gonna come. And just for your knowledge, just in case you guys are curious, Aunt Flo is supposed to be coming August 27th, so that's next week. So August 27th, 28th, around that time, Aunt Flo should be coming. Usually on Clomid, I get it spot on. I'm not late. It makes me very regular, so that's something good, because then I don't have to be wondering. So if she doesn't come by the 28th, by she I mean Aunt Flo, but if Aunt Flo doesn't come by the 28th, then I will be testing. So that's it, guys. This is what happened today. I walked out of there bummed. I'm not going to lie. I've been down because I just feel like I keep getting hit with one thing and then another thing and then another thing, and it just makes it harder for me to be stress-free when I'm trying to do this. And you know, I love my mother to death, but she's not supportive of this at all. I'm her only child, and I'm a girl, and I'm her only baby still to this day with the age that I have. And I understand that, but I would wish that she would be supportive. So it's kind of hard to, you know, not have that support. She's just scared for my well-being, and that's understandable. But like I said, I wish I still had that support, but it's kind of hard to get because she has a very old-fashioned mentality. So anyway, with that being said, it's just like, you know, it's been kind of hard for me to take this in, because I just wish that things could just go smoothly. I hope I don't get another cyst the next time I ovulate. It's just been hard because, you know, I wish things would go smoothly. You know, obviously when you have a ruptured cyst, it hurts. That's just what happened to me, and it was painful. And the last thing you want to do is be intimate with your significant other, because you're very tender and your pelvic area like super tender because of the pain. So to be honest with you, it's just another thing that kind of gets in the way, and it's really, you know, it's a bummer. So, and then the not having the clarification of a pregnancy or not pregnancy because of whatever little sac of fluid they found in the ultrasound and in my uterus. Obviously it's, you know, it's annoying, because it would be great if we can have a clear clarification. Now, of course, that's going to be in the back of my mind. So having the negative on the urine tests for pregnancy, that should be clarification enough, especially at 10 DPO. But, you know, once you have that told to you, that little sac could be one or the other, it's like, okay, can it please just be a pregnancy? But anyway, it is what it is, so that's why I seem kind of bummed. But I guess it happens to all of us, especially all of us trying to conceive in this whole infertility war. I hope that my next cycle is more of a success. I know that I'm planning a wedding, and maybe some people are like, oh, you should wait, and you know, maybe you should just focus on that. And sometimes I feel like I should, but other times I'm just like, I just want to conceive and know that I got what I wanted, you know, and conceive, keep the pregnancy, go full term, have a healthy baby, be a mom, you know. But I guess only time will tell, and we will see what happens. So that's basically what happened today. I wanted to fill you guys in really quickly. So I'm gonna go back to packing. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate all the love and support. I don't have good news for you guys. I'm sorry. I wish I did. But I guess it's part of it. So please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And comment below if you have any questions. Has this ever happened to you guys? Have any of you ever had a cyst burst? Do you know how that feels? It's horrible, by the way. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a video. And definitely subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.